Sorry, we're just having a quick chat in the ad break. The final night of Married at First Sight left us all absolutely on the edge of our seats, Deb, exposing some of this season's best-kept secrets.
I've never really dated girls, I guess, as big as Elizabeth in the past.
What the?
Maybe I'll get her running in the mornings or something with me, drag her out of bed, I don't know, but she'll be right. We'll get her going. She'll be fine.
What the hell is that? I am just appalled.
He shouldn't have said those things about your body. That's unfair. But put it this way, I've seen the way you treat me, so I've seen how you behave. I can only imagine that you drove him away with that behaviour.
Jess hit up Nick early on.
Well, yeah, actually, Mick said that during the experiment, Jess had approached Nick behind my back.
So Dan was third run off the ladder.
Yes, I do find Nick very attractive. Along the way, I have sort of somewhat developed some sort of feeling towards you.
I didn't know this is what I was getting myself into coming into this conversation.
I just feel like I honestly feel like I've just been played.
It's just, you've just got this look on your face when you're watching it. Like at home, it's like,
Compelling.
what?
Compelling.
John Aiken, what? It's just...
Oh, it's all over. Thankfully, we got there. That was the final reunion where we got them back and played them the footage of what they were actually like during the experiment and held them accountable. And it was compelling.
Well, it's you kind of... I thought, OK, we're getting to the finale. We've seen everything we could possibly see, heard everything that could possibly occur.
No.
And it just...
Wait, there's more.
Like, who are these people?
Well, some of them, not all of them, but some of them play certain games or have agendas as they go through the experiment. And no one really knows what's going on except them. And so right at the end, everyone gets a chance for closure by seeing the footage and finding out the lies or the deceit and then holding them accountable. And that's why that episode is so important, because also you're drilling down and saying, what have you learned as a result of this? Some of them do learn, others not so much.
What happened with Dan and Jess? They were due to appear this morning on the show.
Look, they're struggling, like a lot of couples. You know, you have your ups and downs.
So they broke up last night, effectively, didn't
well, they're really probably in a pretty tricky place right now, and they're trying to make it work. But they've got some big issues that they're trying to work through, because this show, when they watch it, it brings up a whole lot of things. And then they have to discuss it all.
So you're a relationship expert. Have they got a future as a couple, do you think?
They're going to have to do some pretty heavy lifting, Georgie, to turn it around. They might be able to do that, though, because couples, they always surprise you. But, yeah, they're, struggling right now.
There was a lot of anger that came from all of the participants last night, and a lot of it targeted towards Jess as well. Do you think a lot of that was... I mean, as you say, it was a bit of a way of holding people account, but do you think it was warranted, that degree of reaction?
Well, I think what people struggled with Jess was that they couldn't really get a sense of her shape. Sometimes she would do certain things with people, and other times she'd do different things, say certain things about what she was doing or her intentions, and people couldn't really understand her. Whereas other people on the show, they kind of stayed true to their lane. But Jess has qualities, like all of them, that make her very compelling to watch. And I think one of the real reasons why the show's so successful is because people watch it and say, I've met someone, or that reminds me of someone.
All right, let's have a snippet now from Talking Married, where Jess and Dan went to blows over her flirting.
From looking back on it, it looks like I did hit on him, and that's what everybody here wants me to seem to admit. So yeah, I'll admit it. I'm admitting it for Dan. I don't feel like I did, but it's obviously what Dan wants to hear.
It's not what I want to hear.
It is what you want to hear.
You just said that you hit on him.
On national television.
Things do feel really fun and happy when we're together, but then one little negative, like last night or tonight's episodes, can just raise so much doubt. And then articles here and articles there, it just creates so much negativity and toxicity in our relationship. It really does, doesn't it? Do you feel that?
Are you going to answer Dan's question, Jess?
I don't think this is a conversation we need to be having on air.
Wow.
Awkward.
Okay, so some heavy lifting, you say. All right. But there was some unlikely alliances, I suppose, that emerged last night too, because we saw Innes and Lizzie, which, you know, hello, you would never have thought that they'd formed.
No, that's right. And that was one of the most powerful parts of last night, is that essentially people that watched Lizzie and Innes saw two women that fell for a guy but really got played. And Innes particularly was completely destroyed by it. She had these strong feelings that she thought were going to be taken into the real world, and she was dumped. And I think, again, people can relate to that. They think the world, they think they've got a future, and then it gets pulled away from them.
Because people had a view of
They
her.
did, yeah, and they never really saw that emotional side. But last night you saw a woman who really, the walls were down, and she was, well, pretty broken, really.
It's safe to say this particular season has just been packed with far more drama than previous seasons. How are they all faring now the cameras have stopped rolling? You know, I mean,
well, we always...
You'd have concern about their psychological well-being.
Look, it's a very important part of the show is the duty of care. So we look after them before they go in, during, and then after with a whole team of psychologists. And so they will follow them now right the way through. And we constantly check in with them because the show is dealing with their, you know, their hearts, you know, and that brings up scars and emotional baggage, and so we've got to be really mindful of that with these guys.
Well, it certainly threw up some drama, and we will see you back for next season. You can actually exhale now, you know, and maybe finish that reno at home.
That's right. I'm looking forward to sitting on an island somewhere.
I bet.
But casting's already begun. We've got over 10,000 already.
Amazing.
So 9 now, jump on there, and then the Married at First Sight page, and away we go.
All right, good on you, John. Well, thank you.
And if you want to watch the full confrontation between Jess and Dan on Talking Married, you can head to our Facebook page.